Hey guys, what is up, and welcome back to another video. Today we are here for episode number 99 of Goattville Updates, and here we are once again working on the stadium. And it's been around 6 months since I've first started working on this, and while it's not completed, I've gotten pretty good progress on it. A whole lot more than I guess I could have possibly imagined, because the whole concept of the stadium I did not think was going to end up being this intricate. We still have quite a lot of work to do, but we have quite a lot of work done. So for this episode 99, I feel like I'd do just a quick little recap of mostly everything that I've done here with the stadium, simply just to sort of cover everything, so when we come back in later episodes we'll have a bit of an understanding as to everything that we have and everything that we need to do. Because in some of the later episodes following episode 100, I'll be working on some of the other parts of the city, some of the other projects like the theater, maybe some of the additions to the zoo, because it's been like 3 to 4 years since I've actually gone back and filled in some of these areas that are like actually open. I filled in all of that stuff over there, but over here, this parking garage right over here was built in 2016, and it hasn't had anything right next to it ever since then. So I feel like it'd be good to go back and move it to other parts of the city to really capture the essence of the Goattville Updates title. I feel like the content on my channel has been a little bit dry of variety, so I kind of want to get into some of the other stuff of the city, other parts of the world even, because there are even more parts of the world beyond the city that most people probably don't even know about. I think it'd be interesting to touch on that, and then occasionally, maybe once every 3 or 4 episodes, we'll come back here and do some more progress on the stadium. I feel like that would be a good way to keep things fresh, and hopefully we can get this stadium done maybe by the end of the year, which, it sounds like it's going to be a little bit longer, but if we're not working on it every week, probably will take a little bit more than the amount of time that we've worked on it already. So let's start out by covering the exterior. A little progress report on that. It's mostly finished, at least at the front. As you get over here, it's sort of like a timeline of the development of my building process, right? So we got started the structural stuff of everything right here, but it's lacking some of the details, and then over here it's just all the red wool and stuff like that. So just need a little bit more to do over here, and then over here we just need to add a couple more buildings. This is going to be the second main entrance to the stadium right here. So we need to add a couple more administrative buildings there. Nice little fancy gate right there. But aside from that, that's pretty much all that needs to be done, at least on this left field side. So yeah, this left field side is pretty much around like 75 to 80% complete on both like the interior and the exterior. So yeah, this side is definitely the more completed side of it all. Don't mind that tree right there. I'm gonna just save it for later. Over here on I think this is the southern end or the northern end. I think it's the northern end. This is sort of the, I guess, more touristy part of it. So we got a couple buildings right here. I just put down the frame of the exterior for this building right here. This one wasn't here before last week, so we at least got the structure of this. Maybe I can throw a roof on it and get an interior done pretty quickly. Because it's just going to be a similar thing to this one over here. A couple shops, maybe a couple offices on the higher levels. And yeah, so aside from that, this little walking area is looking pretty good so far. Got some good progress done by adding this building right here. Really only this front exterior side is done. We still got all of this back area to do, but the back area is going to be a whole lot more simple. Not going to be as complex with all the different angles the way that the building is going. We're just going to have like a flat wall going across there, with of course a couple windows in there, because this is just going to be facing the waterfront, so it doesn't need to be that interesting of a design. We brought the roads out a little bit over here, as well as planned out this little circle right here. This will be kind of the third main entrance over here. So we got this circle planned out, a little space for, I guess, parking on the edge, and then these little things are going to be where the trees are going to be. We're going to have a couple trees smaller than the one that you see all the way over there, just sort of surrounding the entrance. And then we just need to add a couple more details. I don't feel like we don't need to add too much, because this is going to be a big sort of walking space, so we don't need to fill it up all that much, but still quite a bit of progress is needed over here in the back area. Over here, this is definitely going to need a whole lot more, because I am going to put a couple more buildings over here. Not as many as there are over there, but still, I'm not even sure what I'm going to do. So yeah, the planning phase hasn't even been reached on this sort of the beginning of the right field side, at least for the buildings over there. In the recent week, I've brought the seating out a little bit more. Originally, it just reached out to around here, around this here area where it bends, and so yeah, I just sort of brought it out. We just put a couple aisles on there, and it'll be fine. And then I think that I might bring this these second and third levels around as well. Though originally I was thinking I was going to leave it open, but I think that's probably not entirely the best idea, because the seating here does seem like it's not nearly as much as like a proper stadium. So yeah, I think we'll just sort of move the scoreboard over a little bit over here towards the kind of a little bit towards the center field area. It won't be entirely over here. Well, I guess we'll try making it more vertical than horizontal as I was expecting. But yeah, I think we can at least afford to bring it out along this diagonal right here. I think that'll be fine enough right there. And then the left field exterior still needs a little bit of work. I've brought the ground out a little bit over there. And of course, we got the walls right there. This side is going to be definitely a whole lot more simple, because there's not going to be like a main entrance over here. So we don't have to worry too much about the exterior on this. Pretty simple. Literally all I did to make this wall over here was just build one of those arches and then just copy paste it over there. So we could probably just do the same thing over here, do something for this corner, and then just continue a design going down this way. It'd be pretty simple. This right field side isn't going to be too interesting, which is why I haven't really done so much work on it. And then over here for the interior, I've done just a little bit of work, but of course this side is still completely empty like before. I have put the stairs in here to go over there, the elevator, a couple of the bridges over there. Have done a little bit of work over here on starting the right side, so from the sort of entering the stadium perspective, it looks almost full. I still need to do a little bit of the ceiling and of course fill in a lot of that with just the framework. But yeah, doing pretty good with at least some of the interior. All of this is completely planned out. All the way down to there. This is just going to be different storefronts, so it needs to be a little bit improvised. Can't just sort of throw a standard template down right there. But aside from that, this is mostly done. We got all the structure up there, the lights in there, and then of course the whole loading area over there, and then this area. Alright, we need to do a little bit more over there, but aside from that, pretty much completely ready to just be filled in with details, which hopefully shouldn't take all that much time. It'll be like the shopping mall all over again, where it's just I take the same stuff and repeat it in just different variations. And yeah, aside from that, I think I may have done something up here. I don't know if I did anything, but we'll just do a quick little recap of it, because this is something that I spent quite a lot of time working on in at least the previous episodes, and so I think it would be just a good time to sort of recap all of it. So the little broadcasting room for all the television and radio people is right through here, through this door, and then you can see just sort of this double floored kind of area overlooking the front of the stadium. Not any lights, not any equipment or anything in here so far, but at least we got the whole area planned out and neatly integrated within the walls and the ceiling of the stadium. So we got at least we got all of that planned out. And over here, these are all the rich people seating. This room's kind of empty because it's not the same dimensions as all the other ones, but it's pretty much just going to be the same as the other ones, like this one. Just going to be the same sort of design as this, just not as big. But while we have this one, we also got all of them going all the way down here. I guess it'd be better to sort of view it from the outside. And yeah, we just need to sort of repeat this design going over and over again. I got this. I just need to do it for the right field side. And I think we got all of them aside from this last one on the end. So yeah, we're doing pretty good with that part right there. And of course, all of this stuff up here is pretty much done as well. So if I can just sort of copy some of the elements that I have from the left field side, bring it over to the right field side, that's mostly all I need to do. But the only problem is just the total amount of all of that I need to do. But yeah, aside from that, I think I pretty much covered everything that I done recently, and just a bit of a general overview of everything that I've done in the stadium. 6 months of work, and I think I've done pretty well in those 6 months, especially with the amount of time that's where I spent working on this stadium as well. I think I've been pretty productive with all of the work that I've done so far. Next episode 100, may be a bit of a big one, because I'm going to be going back to what I did on episode 50, which I made almost 4 years ago. episode 50 of Goattville Updates was almost 4 years ago, and it was a tour of all of Goattville, not just the city, but like literally everything. So I'm going to do that once again, but I'm going to try and condense it as much as possible, showing as much as possible, but trying not to make it an hour and a half long. So hopefully we can do that. Hopefully it'll be somewhat of an interesting video. Yeah, aside from that, in the next episodes, moving on to something a bit more interesting. And that'll be it for this episode. I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye!